This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
The Forest Ramble Mini-Match Report.
To go to a Cardiff team that has been beaten only once on home soil all season was just a great result and a massive 3 points. And the perfect response to the disappointing home draw on the weekend against QPR. On the night, very hard to fault any of the Forest players. I thought they all put in a shift from the goalkeeper right through to grabbing up front. And credit to Sabri Lamouchi as well for the way that he set the team up. The 4-1-4-1 formation that Forest lined up with, it gave them plenty of balance across the pitch. And Ben Watson in particular in the holding role was excellent. One of his best games in a Forest shirt, no doubt about it. He gave the likes of Lolly, Amiobi and Silva the licence to go forward and create. And likewise, Ribeiro and Cash to come forward and get involved more from the fullback positions. Grabbing up front in particular was very good again with his link-up play, his hold-up work, and that creativity for the goal, pulling the ball across to Thiago Silva to come in and finish off and round off a very good performance from him as well. I thought he was excellent in the midfield. And that was a good goal for him to get. So, again, another massive 3 points that Forest have got on the road. Away from home this season, out of 18 games, they've only lost 3. It's a brilliant record, and it just shows you why they are now, at the time of recording, third in the league, ahead of the Wednesday night round of fixtures. And if Forest can just get that home form improved, even just a little bit, they're not that far away. If they can just improve that home form while maintaining this really good away run, anything is possible between now and the end of the season, with 11 games left to go.
Hey there, Rainbow Warriors. I'm CJ, host of Beyond the Rainbow, True Crimes of the LGBT. Q. I. Okay, my specialties do not include acronyms, but they do include true crime stories. Join me as I put my spin on some crimes that you might have already heard about, such as the Matthew Shepard story and the Pulse nightclub mass shooting in Orlando, Florida. I also touch upon some stories that you might not be so familiar with, such as the murder of transgender Gwen Araujo and the abusive relationship of Becky Reed and Lindsay Vox. Crimes against and by the LGBT community is nothing new, but it is a relatively new concept for a whole podcast to be dedicated to it. You can find Beyond the Rainbow True Crimes of the LGBT on almost all podcast apps. You can also interact with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Remember, it's not a crime to be gay, unless you're a murderer.